Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Bedley again, and we're going to be working on Excel lesson 66 from the 4th grade, and we're going to be learning all about calendars today. Did you know that calendars are actually like a mathematical tool because they're used to count days, keep track of numbers, the numbers of days, dates, years, and so on. So what you see on the screen right now, you're probably wondering, where's that? You don't have that on your lesson. It says bonus lesson content down here. So there's a little bit of extra stuff just to help you understand things about the calendar a little bit better. So just pay close attention as to what's I'm teaching you here, and you don't have to worry about what's on your paper right now. A calendar is a system of organizing days. The Gregorian calendar is used in the US and many other, but not all countries. It was named after Pope Gregory and was introduced in 1582. Well, that wasn't that long ago now, was it? This is a little bit over 400 years ago. The Julian calendar, named after Julius Caesar, was used before then. Can you name another calendar used in a different area of the world today? Do you know of any other calendars that are used besides the calendar that we use that has January, February, and so on? And this is the year 2000 whatever, whenever you happen to be watching this, but that's not used in every other country. So let's take a look at some samples of calendars that are used in other parts of the world. All right, so here are some other calendars. We have a Buddhist calendar, Hindu calendar, Hebrew calendar, Iranian or Persian calendar, the Chinese, or I don't even know how to say that, Jai calendar or something, the Ethiopian calendar. Can you believe it? Look at all those different calendars that are used around the world. Now this page is on your worksheet there, so let's go through this together. This is going to help you to know how many days are in each month of the year on their Gregorian calendar, the calendar that we use. Here is an easy technique to use to figure out how many days there are in a month. There are 12 months in a year. The abbreviations for each month are shown below. So you are going to use your hands to do this. This would be your left hand. See how you kind of have your thumb sticking out here, and this would be your right hand. You make your hands into a fist. Now, if you notice, the thumbs are on the same side, so that's kind of odd, but I guess the thumb should be over here on the other hand. It's fist of, oh, they're using the left hand again. Well, you can use both hands, or you can use the same hand over again twice. But what you're going to do is you're going to kind of like touch where your knuckle sticks up there, and you're going to say the months. And so this part that sticks up is considered to be January, and then February is the little dent between your knuckles, and then March is the knuckle, and then April is the dent between it. You can look at your knuckles as I'm showing you this so you can make sure you understand it. And then May is the part that sticks up there, your knuckle. June is the little dent in between, and then July is your last knuckle. Now you can't go any further than that on your knuckles because you'll just fall right off the edge, and we have to either be on a knuckle or we have to be on the little valley between your knuckles. So once you get to July, this last knuckle, you have to start all over again on the first knuckle, and they show that to you over here. Or you can switch over to your other hand. It doesn't really make any difference. So again, you start at the top or on a knuckle, and that would be August. And then you go to the dent, which is September, and then the knuckle up there, October. The dent is November, and then the knuckle for December. Now notice you do have an extra little dent coming down, and then a knuckle that's left over. You don't quite make it to those because there's not enough months. So why do we care about these knuckles and these dents? Well, all of the high spots, all of the knuckles, are going to represent the numbers 31. So every time you go to the knuckle, it's 31 days in that month. So January, February, March, April, May, June. So you get to a dent, and that dent means 30. 30 days in June. Now, the only exception would be February, right there, that dent, and February has 28 days on most years, and then every fourth year, like in the year 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, those years, February has 29 days. But you're just going to have to kind of memorize that. But the rest of the low dents, the dents that go down in there, the little valleys, those are all going to be 30. And then on top of your knuckles is going to be 31. All right, so that's how you figure out how many days are in the month. Let's try one here. Use your knuckles to figure out how many days there are in September. All right, the way you would do that is you'd go January, February, then you're up on that knuckle, March, April, May, up on a knuckle, June in between, July, start over again, August, September, and then you get to, did I say September? Can't remember if I said September or November. Anyway, let's say we're looking for September, and that's down in a dent, so September has 30 days in the month. And the other way you can remember this is I had this little poem that I learned when I was a kid, and it went 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, which has 28, except on leap year when it has 29. But the main part you remember is 30 days has September, April, June, and November. And those are the only 4 months that have 30 days. All the rest have 31 except for February. All right, so let's move on. And we have a little bit more bonus material, so pay attention here. The Gregorian calendar uses days as the basic unit of time. Years, of course, that's the basic unit on a calendar is a day. Years contain 365 or 366 days. This would be on leap year, right? The number is adjusted to keep the calendar aligned with the stars, planets, and moons. Every 146,097 days, that's every 400 years, or 20,871 weeks, the calendar is adjusted a day. So during that time, there are 303 years with 365 days and 97 years with 366 days. I'm not sure if you're going to be alive for one of these years where we have to adjust the calendar. The average year turns out to be almost 365 and 1/4 days, or 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and about 12 seconds. The year represents the time it takes for the Earth to revolve around the sun. So here's the sun right here, and the Earth, let's say, is here, and it goes around the sun. And when it gets right back to here, it has taken 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to get back to the exact spot. So it doesn't take exactly 365 days. That's why we can't have just a 365-day calendar, because the Earth would be kind of moving back, further and further, and pretty soon spring would become summer and so on. It would kind of get all messed up. A Gregorian calendar year is divided into 12 months of varying lengths. That means different lengths. Most calendars are related to movements of the planets and stars and can be described as solar or sun or lunar moon. But we use many other calendars, such as the school year calendar. So that just teaches you a little bit of extra stuff about calendars. Now, to show me that you're paying attention and learning what you're supposed to be learning and not just zooming through this, I'd like you to draw a star someplace on your paper. Draw a star on your paper, and you can show that to someone later on to prove that you've been paying attention. All right, we've got some math facts here for you to practice. Do these division facts as fast as you can. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready for the solutions. And you should have all done every single one of these problems, and here are the answers. Now, you want to pause the video, double check your work, change any of your wrong answers to right answers, and thanks for watching.